Uh, he have Aisha in his shoulder, and she was watching girls playing. Let us see some reference. Oh, first one cannot be found here in this website. All right, let us search for something else. What differentiate between the lawful and unlawful is the duff and the voice singing for wedding. Anybody understand anything? Let us try to understand. At the time of Fajr prayer, the Prophet asked Bilal, "Tell me of the best deed you did after embracing Islam, for I heard your footsteps in the front of me in paradise." Bilal replied, "I did not do anything worth mentioning except that whenever I performed ablution during the day or night, I prayed after the ablution as much as written for me." What is the translation for? This is why the word deaf here. Dafuna alayk. The music, if you're okay. Let us see here. The Messenger of Allah went out for one of his expedition. Then when he came back, a black slave girl came to him and said, "Oh Allah Messenger, I took an oath that if Allah returned you safely, I would beat the deaf before you and sing." So the Messenger of Allah said to her, "If you have taken an oath, then beat it, and if you have not, then do not." So she started to beat the deaf, and Abu Bakr entered. So that means she and Muhammad alone in the room. They are alone. According to the story here. So Abu Bakr entered while she was beating it, which means she is playing the drum. The deaf mean drum. Then Ali entered while she was beating it, and then Uthman entered while she was beating it. Then Umar, are you going to count the whole tribe? Then Umar entered, so she put the deaf under her because Umar is a scary person. She get terrified. So the Messenger of Allah said, "Indeed, a shaitan is afraid of you, Umar." You believe it? So Muhammad here, he is saying that this black woman, she is a shaitan playing music for him. When the woman, this black slave, and here we notice the Muslim, they say to us Islam is against slavery. This is a black slave. This is one of the black slaves owned by Muhammad himself. She is trying to be nice to her boss so he will be ease on her. So she said, "I made an oath, if you come back safely, I'm going to play and sing for you." Muhammad said, "Go ahead." And then the visitors start coming one after one, one after one. And when Umar he entered, Umar scared the hell of this poor slave girl, and she put the drum down. She stopped. And then Muhammad he looked at Umar, he says, "Indeed, a shaitan is afraid of you," which means Satan, "O Umar. I was sitting while she beat, and then Abu Bakr entered while she was beating it, and Ali entered while she was beating it. Then Uthman entered while she is beating it. Then when you entered, O Umar, she put away the deaf." And here we notice the hypocrisy of Muhammad. Muhammad, he made it clear that if you play music, you go to hell. Muslim, they say to us that being with the women, she is not your wife alone, is haram. But a slave girl is lawful in Islam. Not only should to dance for you, to strip for you, to have sex with you, music is halal. And you will notice here we have like not only Muhammad who owned the slave, it's not only the slave owner enjoying the slave dancing or singing. Muhammad and his friends, all of them, they are coming, and the poor women standing and dancing or playing for them. And none of them, he said, this is haram. And she was singing, as you see in the hadith. Do we have any Muslim who would like to call us? Any Muslim?